I'm gonna have to call it a night. It is almost 1:30. I'm gonna go lay next to my wife and read a little bit longer. I'm reading George Romero's The Dead. I forgot the other guy's name. Somebody helped him write that. He was writing it at the very end of his life. He died. He's been gone for 8 years now. But George Romero's the man. If you know what I'm talking about, Night of the Living Dead. Anybody? Anyone? So I'm reading this book. It's a pretty hefty zombie novel. Trying to think, what other zombie books do I have over here? There was a really cool one I read here. Oh, yeah. There's a couple zombie books. Actually, while we're at it, the thing that Night of the Living Dead was based on was I Am Legend, this is Richard Matheson's I Am Legend, one of my all-time favorite books ever. It was a great fucking book. I believe I read Plague of the Dead a long time ago. This guy, unfortunately, Z.A. Recht, it's a cool last name. He unfortunately passed away while he was writing the third of the Morning Strain or whatever, Morning Star Strain. I bought this book and then I ended up getting the rest. I have the first three. I think the series went on without him, but this book was really fun. And the guy who wrote this book talked about a book called Day by Day Armageddon, and I think this originally started as like a website. And so the guy who wrote this, he had like a website that he would update on a daily basis, right? And he would have a different zombie story every day. This book was so good. I read this in like 2 days. It was great. Fun stuff. You gotta love your zombie books. And of course, you know, you have, Mel Brooks' Sons. I could go on about zombies, guys. Don't get me going. We got World War Z. It's a great book. The movie did not do it justice. Max Brooks, dude, that's Mel Brooks' son. Isn't that crazy? Great book, though. This was a lot of fun to read. So, anyway, so I'm reading The Dead. I have a soft spot for the zombie novel. My favorite, I don't know if you guys can see it from back here, where I'm still in the way. That's every single, along my finger, my index finger, that's every single Walking Dead trade. I have the whole series in trade back form. I have some of the singles as well, but probably one of my favorite comic books of all time. Not as big of a fan of the show. I loved the show when it was on originally, like up to about season 6 or so. I really enjoyed Walking Dead, but after that, there was another, 5 or 6 seasons that were kind of whatever. Man, the irony of having a zombie show that won't die is not lost on me, guys. It's not lost. I remember I watched I skipped a couple seasons because I had lost interest by the end of Walking Dead, but I got to I ended up watching the final. I got AMC Plus or whatever. I watched the final season and I was like, this isn't bad. Get to the last episode, I'm like, this is a fucking commercial for more shows. Sure enough, it ends, and there's gonna be a Daryl Dixon show, there's a Maggie and Negan show, and there's a Michonne and Rick show, and I think those are getting ready to pop up on Netflix. I don't think I can do it, man. I watched Joe Bob Briggs premiered each of those shows. So I watched the first episode of all 3 of those shows just because Joe Bob was talking about them. The best one, I mean, the Daryl Dixon show looks fucking horrible, man. It was like him on a boat floating to France, which I don't understand. I'm sure there's more to how he got there. I don't think he floated across the Atlantic Ocean, but maybe that's what they wanted to do. It's just so stupid. I don't like that Rick and Michonne ended up together. I don't know why I had a problem with that. I just, maybe it's because I was too into the comic. I don't know. I didn't really like. I don't really want to spoil Walking Dead for anybody, but the comic is so much better. But I didn't really like how they did. In the comic, Rick and Andrea end up together. I didn't really like that either. I kind of feel like, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm reading The Dead. So I'm gonna probably go pop some sleeping pills and lay next to my wife and read some more of The Dead.